Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, so if you've ever looked at a map of central Japan, Nagano Prefecture probably rings a bell. It's globally known, right? The 1998 Winter Olympics, that legendary deep powder snow.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, those pictures, everyone sees the monkeys bathing in the hot springs.
The snow monkeys, classic.
But, if that's kind of where your knowledge stops, you're really just scratching the surface of what is actually a fascinatingly deep region.
That's absolutely spot on. Our sources today, they just paint this picture of incredible cultural and geographical depth. We've got everything from world-class food that literally grew out of being landlocked,
right,
to ancient Buddhist history that basically built a whole city, plus extreme alpine stuff, and even, the details of hot spring etiquette. It's the whole package.
So our mission here is to pull out that essential knowledge, the stuff that really defines Nagano's unique identity. It's a year-round mountain and cultural hub. We want to give you those aha moments, The insights that show this place is way more than just a famous ski stop or like a quick detour from Tokyo.
We're cutting straight to the core identity.
Let's dive in. Okay, first up, when we look at how Nagano City itself even developed, the sources point laser focused on one building, Zenkoji Temple.
Zenkoji.
It's the perfect example of a Monzenmachi, basically, a temple town. The whole city just grew up around this temple.
And the history there is just massive. Zenkoji was founded way back around the 7th century. And the story is, it houses the very first Buddhist statue ever brought to Japan.
Wow, the first one?
Yeah. Now, that original statue, it's hidden. It's called Hubutsu, never shown to the public. But the temple displays a special copy of Adachi Hanzan every 6 years. It's a huge deal.
And that's coming up relatively soon, right, for anyone planning ahead?
That's right. The next viewing is scheduled for 2027. Big event. But even outside of that viewing, there's this incredible ritual experience that's really core to the temple. Yeah, it's this unique thing where you walk through an underground passage right beneath the main hall.
Underground.
Completely underground. And it's in total, absolute darkness. You're feeling along the wall with your hand, searching for what they call the key to paradise. It's physically attached somewhere along the wall in the dark.
Whoa, that sounds intense, like physically reaching for salvation in the pitch black.
It's meant to be incredibly profound, yeah.
So how did this place, this spiritual anchor, also become such a major travel and, commercial hub?
Well, Zenkoji provided the, let's say, spiritual gravity, but it was the physical connections that really built the economy around it. And this is where the sources really highlight the Nakasendo.
Ah, the old trail.
Exactly. One of Japan's major historical routes connecting Kyoto and Tokyo, and it ran right through Nagano Prefecture. This path, it just spurred the growth of all these prosperous little post towns along the way.
And you can still sort of trace that history today, can't you? I saw mentions of the Matsushiro area.
Yes, absolutely. In Matsushiro, for instance, you've got the Sanada Treasures Museum. It's got amazing artifacts, samurai armor and things from the Sanada clan. They were the powerful family who ruled that area for a long time.
It gives you that direct link back, doesn't it, to the whole Edo period, the samurai era. Helps understand the power structures.
It's vital, yeah. For grasping the region's military past, its administrative history.
Okay, so we have the ancient routes, the powerful clans, but what if you're there and, it rains? Is the culture purely historical, or does Nagano have a modern artistic side too?
That's a great question. And yes, the sources actually give us two fantastic rainy day options that bridge centuries, really showing off Nagano's artistic side. First, there's Hokusai.
Hokusai, the great wave guy. I always just associate him with Edo, Tokyo.
Yeah, most people do. But he actually spent quite a few of his later years in a town called Obuse in Nagano.
No kidding. What's there to see?
Well, there's a dedicated Hokusai museum in Obuse itself. But the real sort of hidden gem the sources point to is at Gansho-in Temple. He did this stunning original ceiling painting there. It's called the Phoenix Staring in All Directions.
Oh, wow. And does it?
Yeah, it's painted in such a way that the phoenix's eyes seem to follow you as you move around the room. It's incredible.
Okay, that is exactly the kind of surprising deep detail we look for. Amazing. And then, totally different end of the spectrum, you've got Matsumoto City and Yayoi Kusama.
Right, the contemporary art superstar. She's actually a Matsumoto native.
Ah, okay.
The Matsumoto City Museum of Art naturally features her work.
Yeah.
But what's really fun, according to the sources, is how her style just spills out into the city. You see those giant, colorful polka dot sculptures outdoors.
Pumpkins and things, yeah.
Exactly. And apparently, even the city buses are wrapped in her signature polka dots. The whole city kind of becomes part of the exhibition.
Love that. Okay, shifting gears from art, we have to talk about the 800-pound gorilla in the room, the Olympics. 1998. Those winter games really cemented Nagano's reputation globally, didn't they? Not just for skiing, but for that consistently amazing snow.
Huge game changer. You see the legacy most clearly in the Hakupen Valley, which isn't just one resort. It's this massive network of, I think, 10 interconnected resorts.
10, wow.
Yeah, and it's world famous for that deep powder, reliably good from, say, December right through March. Hapa One Resort, for example, you can still ski some of the actual Olympic courses there.
And what I found interesting in the sources was that the infrastructure wasn't just for the 2 weeks of the games. Like venues like the Big Hat Arena or the White Ring.
Still used, yeah.
They're actively used by local sports clubs, top athletes train there, and the Olympic Village apartments. They became a mix of private and social housing.
Which is great. It shows a really thoughtful, lasting legacy that actually benefits the community long term.
Exactly. It proves it's a living, breathing mountain culture, not just, a museum piece of a past event.
Spot on. And speaking of mountain culture, let's not forget the green season. People sometimes overlook that Nagano is like over 80% forest.
80%. That's huge. So obviously fantastic for nature lovers, spring through fall. Hiking must be amazing.
Oh, absolutely. Prime hiking territory. You got everything from serious multi-day treks up in the Japanese Alps peaks like Mount Subakuro or Mount Yari.
Right, the big ones.
To shorter but still stunningly scenic routes at slightly lower elevations like around Mount Norikura. Really accessible views there.
And this is where that whole idea of forest bathing, Shinrin-yoku, really comes into its own, doesn't it? What makes Nagano so good for that?
It's the quality of the forests, really. The air, the specific types of trees. The sources mention the Akasawa Natural Recreational Forest, for example.
Yeah.
It's known for these incredible 300-year-old Hinoki cypress trees.
Cypress. Smells amazing.
Exactly. And the idea, backed by some research mentioned, is that just walking among these ancient trees, breathing that air, it measurably reduces stress. The hiking itself becomes a kind of wellness practice.
Nice. Okay, before we move off nature, we absolutely have to mention Nagano's most famous non-human residents.
Got to talk about the monkeys.
The snow monkeys.
Oh.
The Jigokudani Monkey Park, which translates to Hell's Valley, right? Because of the steam.
Yeah, named for all the geothermal activity, the steam and bubbling water. It's quite dramatic. And it's definitely the star attraction for many visitors.
But the key thing, I think, is about seasonality. Everyone sees those winter photos.
Right, the macaques huddled in the snowy onsen. Iconic. They are called snow monkeys for a reason.
But the sources make it clear they're there year-round.
Absolutely. The park staff actually feed them, which encourages them to stay in that area. So you can reliably see them lounging in and around the hot springs, even in the middle of summer. It's not just a winter thing.
Good to know. It's basically a guaranteed wildlife sighting, whatever the season.
Okay,
let's talk food. Because for me, Nagano's cuisine tells such a compelling story about its geography. Being completely landlocked, surrounded by mountains, meant no easy access to coastal seafood. And that forced this really unique food culture based on mountain products, things they could grow or forage.